Well, that could have been directed at anything,
Where
really.
where does your family hail from, Destiny?
S-
Originally,
Scandinavia?
Scandinavia.
I don't know.
Suck a ball bag, you Scandinavian fuck.
I don't know.
She's not typing. Either she's crying or she gets it. Either she's crying on her keyboard or she is having a sense of humor somewhere away from her keyboard. And I have faith in her to yeah, have a sense of humor,
I
unlike
think
some fucking people.
I think this is gonna be a good show.
I got a good bit of audio that I'm gonna just completely surprise you with. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it's gonna go in the place of the watching the video type deal. It's not really video; it's more of a musical, but we shall all enjoy it.
Oh God.
Anyway, you've had a job before, right? Have you ever had any fucking job at all?
Uh, Professionally, not really.
Professionally?
Like legitimately, no. But yeah, I have had jobs, but not paperwork jobs.
You never had you haven't had to deal with the different spectrum of types of bosses in your
No.
life? Man,
Nope.
I got there's this one type of this is a new classification for me that I'm dealing with. He's a little mousy little field mouse man. He's like I can't tell how old he is. He's got to be
Where do
like
where do you
early
work now
20s.
again?
I'm not going to say where I work cuz this shit's
No,
going to
I'm
show.
like what I know. Like, never mind. I'll ask you later when we're not being recorded.
Well, anyway, yeah, the name of the business isn't functional in this
Yeah.
story. It's just this guy. Every time he talks, it's no louder than this volume. And hey, did you take that trash can out in the back? And he taps me on the shoulder to get my attention, and I turn around. I'm like, what? And he fucking flinches. And he's supposed to be a manager at this place, and I'm having a hard time taking him seriously. Like, there's certain types of respect that you can decide to give to people by default. You can
Yeah.
respect someone's space. You can respect them as a human being. Don't piss on their face and that kind of stuff. That's the type of stuff that most people get if they're not hookers or whatever. If you're in that line of work, getting your face pissed in, I guess that as long as you get
Yeah.
paid or whatever.
I would
Well, the
expect.
point being, I won't piss in a face and not pay for it if that's the appropriate thing. But like, there's certain types of respect that you can't make the decision like, okay, I'm just going to give this person this. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's hard for me. Like, I respect the fact that this guy has authority. It's just hard for me to respect his authority at all
I
because he's a little fucking mouse. It's a
yeah with
little
things.
mousy, little fucking elfy little dude that I could poke a hole through him with my
With
finger. I could stick my finger out and just push through his form like moist bread. This is what a bitch this kid acts like. I don't know him that well. Like, he could be a real nice guy or whatever, but every time I've talked to him, it's been, hey, did you, did you, did you do the cutting? What the fuck are you talking about? Speak up. Speak up, man. You're not a kid
Usually,
anymore. What are you afraid of? You think I'm going to punch you in your face? It's not going to happen, obviously. Jesus fucking Christ. Yep.
usually when you're put in a situation where you have to respect the person just because they're in authority, you probably shouldn't be respecting that person in the first place. You know what I
No, I mean, it can work out where you're like, okay, like the last job I was at before my boss got fired for no fucking reason, I was like, well, this is a guy I can listen to. Even when like there's been situations where
Yeah, well,
he's
yeah, but
told me he's had to tell me things where I really didn't fucking like it, but like
there were
I never blamed him for it. I never had a problem listening to him because I knew he was being fair and he was respecting me as a person and he wasn't being a little sideways bitch that just
that's
mumbles under their
that's
breath.
that's what I'm saying. There were other reasons that you respected him, not just solely because he happens to have the authority. Like if that's the situation, just like fuck that guy. Tell him to get some balls.
I don't see the thing is like he's never been outright mean to me. I've never walked away from that guy saying, "Hey, fuck that guy," or whatever. Like, he's never done anything.
Yeah, well, he
to me.
doesn't really have to be. I mean, it's just, if you start mumbling and shit, and you're supposed to be the person giving orders, like that's kind of you need to do something about that. You know, just like tap him on the shoulder and be like, you need to kind of grow some balls or something.
I'm not going to come out with it like that, but like
well,
if he keeps,
you know what I
if
mean.
he keeps acting the exact way he's acting, eventually he's going to get, dude, speak up. Say it. Fucking if you got something to say, fucking say it. I'm not gonna attack you physically.
You usually expect someone in a managerial position to be a little bit more stern, not like a little kind of person.
Not necessarily stern or whatever, but like you can't hint that you're afraid of the people that you're in charge of. You can't do that. It's just not a good scene either way. It's not conducive to good business. I don't see some people that get picked for management positions. I really don't see what the decision was fucking based off of. Like stupid girls that fuck everybody in the store. You got little mouse.
Well, you can clearly tell in that situation why they picked him. That's not hard to tell.
From what I can tell, it looks like he's just been there a while, and he was just one of the people they asked. I was just in a management position in a pizza place, and my new boss was trying to talk to me, the one that runs the whole place. Yeah, I need managers and stuff like that. And I kind of I politely was disinterested. Like, no. Because one of the first things she brought up to me was, oh, they want all their managers to be part-time managers or training managers or something like that. The company was trying to abuse some loophole that they didn't have to pay their managers as much as they rightfully should have. And once I heard that, I knew it's just the same ball of fucking crap everywhere. It's the same upper management trying to screw people over, and I'm not trying to walk into that voluntarily again.
Is that like trying to tell people to take their work home and then not paying them for it, that kind of thing?
Sort of, I guess. I mean, it's
in the same ballpark.
It's finding some way to weasel out of giving them what they're entitled to as per their position. There's a way that things are supposed to go. See, upper management, they're like, be by the book, be by the book, be by the book, unless something that is supposed to go by the book would benefit you, and like take out of their pocket. Then it's okay not to be by the book, just for this.
Yeah, it seems like any set of rules that has ever existed in history, it only applies to the people on the lower spectrum. Like the people that made those rules, they're automatically allowed to disregard them because they made them. They don't have to fucking they're not held to the same caliber. That's every set of rules that you'll ever find ever.
I don't know. I've met some people who are pretty fucking pragmatic type people. They probably go home and like tear off 2 exact squares of toilet paper to wipe their fucking ass with when they're fucking on their own personal time.
I wouldn't even call those things human beings. They're just fucking robots.
They're breaking into women's houses and cataloging themselves in pictures of panties in alphabetical order. This is the pink G-string P. That goes way before the royal blue. What?
Didn't that guy kill a bunch of girls?
I think he killed one. I don't know, it was an episode of Dateline or something. We're going to have to bring that up. We're going to have a segment called Old News. I was thinking about this. We just find a news story that's not even relevant anymore, just like from 2 fucking years ago or something. Just the whole point of it is how fucked up the story is, regardless of how hot and fresh it is at the moment. We'll call it old news and just.
How about the government? Well, there was one thing. The government went on trial in the 90s, and the entire U.S. government was convicted of killing Martin Luther King.
What?
Yeah, that was an actual thing that happened. The entire government was convicted of killing Martin Luther King, and no one ever heard about it until about, a year or 2 ago.
Man, government don't have no rules. There's no fucking law that says you have to pay income tax, yet they throw people in jail for not paying that, even though there's no fucking law. The government's a fucking street gang is what they are.
I know, but it's just amazing that they were convicted in fucking court of assassinating a person and just we don't need to tell people about this.
Nothing ever happened to them at all.
You don't hear about it. Nobody ever went to jail. Nothing. It was just like, oh yeah, well this happened. Now I can forget about it. Like, what the fuck? Isn't this important? I don't know.
This is a very serious crime, and blah blah blah. What? He was black. Oh shit, fuck that. Never mind.
I don't know.
Give him a traffic ticket.
And that's literally something that happened. It's not like, oh, well, that might have happened. No, it fucking happened. And no one, if you tell someone that, they'll just be like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, that didn't happen. Like, okay, whatever. Go Google it.
It don't even fucking matter these days. It has no bearing. Justice is an abstraction. It's just, we want to punish people that screw us over, but we can screw you over.
That just puts me off from becoming a revolutionary, or a peaceful one anyway.
What a wonderful world. Let's start the show, nigga.
I'll be practicing in my mind. Remember this song?
Oh.
You're too young to remember this fucking song. I gotta wait for the drop to do the official intro. This is one of them songs. I hated this when it came out. Now I'm like, it's really not bad.
You hipster motherfucker.
You probably haven't heard it. What's up, motherfuckers? Mr. Podcast, up in the house. Every time I introduce us, I gotta do it ironically. This is installment number, 17, probably?
Yep.
Mr. Podcast number 17. Not literally all day. Just an hour a week. Anyway, if y'all motherfuckers don't know who the fuck I am by this point, I don't know what the point is. Oh, well, for first-time listeners, my name is Keith. You might know me as Agent Timex, or texting name, depending on how little of a life you have. And this is fucking Aaron.
And I'm Ghost. That's my pseudonym or whatever it is.
Ghost 2021A. I didn't say 2012 this time.
Ghost 2012.
Anyway, last episode we got, about 30 downloads off of that shit. I think it's because I put that picture on there that shows people how to download.
Yeah, they didn't fucking know what they were doing.
They didn't know. Well, like, I realized it was kind of confusing when I went up there, because I went to download an episode that I accidentally erased off my computer. I'm like, well, it took me a minute to figure it out, so I know, like, the average person that I'm asking them to come listen to our podcast, they're not going to invest that kind of time. They're just going to move on.
We're just cleverly calling you guys stupid, that's all it is.
Well, not so tech-savvy to the point of someone who bothers to put out a podcast to the public. You know what? You know what I just realized? We never introduced Destiny. Destiny is a painter from Saskatchewan, and I don't use the term painter lightly. She's not one of those little emo bitches that paints a sad face real fast and calls herself artistic. She paints photorealistic shit, bitches. And what's her name on YouTube? Straw Weapon. STRA.
Daydream
space WEFIN.
Oh, that's the new one?
I saw that pop up in my timeline. I'm like, what the fuck is that and what does it mean? And then when I realized it was Destiny, it all just instantly made sense. Because when it's Destiny, it doesn't really have to make a whole lot of sense.
Did YouTube start doing a thing where it just automatically puts your friends' videos inside of your subscriptions? Because I didn't subscribe to any of my friends, and now I'm getting videos from them.
Who knows what the fuck YouTube is doing these days? They're just... Who fucking knows?
I feel so dirty. They manipulated my subscriptions list.
Nothing on the YouTube homepage makes fucking sense anymore.
And it's all aligned to the fucking left side of the screen. I don't understand that one.
Yeah, it's just basically, fuck you people. We know you're not going to delete your accounts. We know you're not going to quit the partnership program. We know we got a monopoly. We know we got you by the fucking balls.
But still, isn't it completely proven that looking in the center of the screen is preferred to looking to the fucking left of it? Like, why would you want to have your head kinked to the left of the screen your entire... That doesn't make sense.
Complete non sequitur. Speaking of having people by the balls, I got to fucking put a public service announcement out for all the fellow males out there. If you haven't tried boxer briefs ever, don't. You remember that joke from, what's his name? Fucking Shit, why I'm doing that thing where I can't think of somebody's name. The comedian, he talks all slow like this. And Mitch Hedberg. You know that Mitch Hedberg joke where, like, if you're wearing a turtleneck and a backpack, it feels like a really weak midget is trying to take you down all day? You remember that joke, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, some people recognize that joke. It's a Mitch Hedberg joke. I can't wear a turtleneck and a backpack at the same time because I feel like a weak midget is trying to take me down. That's the joke. Anyway, I feel like the weak midget from that joke is following me around and cupping my ass and balls all day. And which would you rather have? One just straight try to take you down, or one gently caressing your fucking buttocks and your testicles? Like, let me scoop those up. When I go up the stairs, I feel like there's a little short gay man behind me. Let me scoop that up for you.
See, like, I can
Let me help you get your bits and pieces up at that higher level of the house.
I can understand, like, if you don't like them because you haven't worn them for a long period of time, or you got ones that are too small, but I've been wearing those fucking things for years, and you have to get them a few size bigger than you actually wear.
Then why not just get boxer shorts if you're going to do that?
Because I don't like those for some reason. They're too big. I don't know. It's like the right size. I get fucking like large or something like that just because it's more comfortable.
And another thing is I got to tuck my shirt in at work because everybody has to look like a fag. It's company mandated, apparently. So I don't want to untuck my shirt and retuck my shirt every time I go and take a piss. So I use the piss hole in the fucking boxer shorts. I tried to do that today with these boxer briefs.
That is kind of difficult.
It's like going on
off your circulation and shit.
It's like you're on a fucking Easter egg hunt of fucking while you're in this desperate situation because your brain does that thing where you get right up on the toilet and your brain knows, oh shit, there it is. You got no reason not to piss now, and it just starts trying to dump it all out on you. And in the meantime, you're just trying to just grabbing around a bag like looking for a weasel. Like,
evacuation in 10.
You're gonna
9,
I just scratched myself with my fingernail.
7, 6.
You are pissing at a certain point, whether you want
3,
to or not.
2, 1. You've now pissed your pants. I'm sorry.
It's like when you really got to take a shit and you pull into the edge of your neighborhood in your car and the guy in front of you decides he wants to be the police for the neighborhood. Oh, I'm going to make sure this guy doesn't speed. I'm going to go 10 miles an hour all the way down the strip.
You just want to fucking hit him in the ass and just total his car and leave him in a fucking burning wreck so you can go take a shit. I know that feeling. I hate those people. They're horrible.
It's not so much about his ass. It's about mine knowing that my house... knowing that my house is fucking right down this hill. So, last time somebody did that to me, we have a little traffic circle. I went the wrong way down it, and one of the off-duty cops that lives in our neighborhood happened to be in his yard, and he gave me the dirtiest look. Like, you fucking chase me down. I'll gladly explain to you what's going on. After I shit, that is. I'll come back out of my house and be like, you got that little motherfucker up there making new laws. Speed limit in a residential zone is 25, not 15. I'm not taking the risk of this motherfucker going around the circle in front of me and then me being stuck behind him all the way down the hill either. Maybe you need to go talk to that inconsiderate fuck.
And ask him if he'll let you shit in his bathroom and then you won't go in the opposite way. And then that'll fix the entire problem so he'll stop giving you a stupid fucking look because he's a dumb asshole.
I'll just follow him up his driveway and shit on his car. You brought this on. You made this happen. I'll just be screaming as I'm squatting. You did this. This is all your fault. I hope you know when you explain this to your children. You need to explain what a shithead you are.
They're going to get a DNA scanner in there and shit. Like, who the fuck did this to my car?
Justice. It's what you fucking work for.
Judge Dredd, now killing people that shit on cars.
Yeah, I don't know. Judge Dredd would have been on my side because, after all, he is a judge, and I'm shitting for justice.
I have the law.
All right, so we got some stories here that aren't organized or anything. I didn't really read through any of yours. I was just like, okay, you got stories. Well, I notice on a lot of radio shows, people just read the story out loud. I fucking sent you this story, and I don't even remember what this fucking story is.
Yeah, this is kind of what we do.
Oh, okay. Ray Edwards, number 93 on what team? There's a bunch of football guys wanting to punch me in the face.
I read that entire story, and I don't even get what's going on.
It's not so much the football angle. Yeah, actually, none of them details are really important. But a football player named Ray Edwards, just a horse of a man, just an ox, just fucking. When he breathes, his car probably steams up. He's got to drive with his windows down just so he can fucking respirate properly. This is the type of man that we're talking about. Just a fucking... Is that a person or is that livestock? Which is kind of racist to say because he's black, so I'll take that last part back. Oops.
See, if it would not have mattered that he was black if you didn't say that.
Well, people know. People know. Oh, he called a black man livestock. Fucking that was 500 years ago. Get over it already. I'm just saying he's strong. I'm just saying he could probably till a field really. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm just gonna shut up and get on with the story now. But he decided he wants to start boxing. Okay, yeah. And this guy they put him in the ring with was like 3 heads shorter than him. I'm not gonna bring this video up, but the dive that he takes is so fucking obvious. And it's just so funny that the reason this story struck a chord with me is because, okay, first off, the little guy gets in the ring with this massive football player. The first swing that the football player takes obviously doesn't contact the guy's face. The guy just does a little dramatic fucking fall on the floor. Everybody knows he's taking a dive. And it's like everybody's calling this little guy wimpy or whatever, but he was mismatched as fuck.
Exactly.
Dude, Go ahead.
If you're put inside of a ring with a fucking gorilla that's 7 feet tall, like an actual live gorilla, I'm not being racist here, okay?
6'5", 273 pounds.
I'm talking about a live gorilla that will rip both of your arms off.
A real gorilla?
Yeah, a real gorilla. If you're put in a ring with that fucking thing, you're not going to try to fight it. You're going to get the fuck out of there as fast as you can. So what is cowardly about going, oh, I'm not dealing with this. I'm going to fucking quit while I'm ahead. That's not cowardly.
He should have just not got in the ring to begin with. That would have.
Yeah, that is kind of. He was just like, yeah, I might be able to do it. And then he like got up close to him and he's like, no, I definitely can't do this. Fuck, get me out of here.
But to clarify for the people out there, we are not comparing this man to livestock or a gorilla simply because he's black. This is just an unfortunate series of coincidences.
What if we compare a Jew to a gorilla? Is that racist? Like an albino gorilla that likes money?
I told people at my work that when I can't shave my head because when I do, I look like Caesar from Planet of the Apes. And I got a big laugh out of everybody in the whole fucking kitchen. Nobody went, oh, that's not politically correct to say. Why? Because I'm white. Jesus, we all look like monkeys, man.
Yeah, is that a common white joke? Because I've said that exact same thing. I look like Caesar. Like, I've said that shit. That's amazing.
I'm talking like the new computer-generated one with, what's his name, from Pineapple Express. I look almost dead on like that fucking monkey if I have no hair on my head. Like, I got the same eyes as him and the same tone of fucking skin and all that shit. But anyway...
the same amount of malice in your face at all times.
Back to the story anyway. Yes, exactly. But I was on a football team when I was younger, and I've always been a very slight-framed type of person. It's just the genetic hand I was dealt. So because of my age, I was not allowed to play on a football team with people that were my own weight. So there was this one practice. It was the first practice that was there was a full contact scrimmage, and there's this guy. He's got to outweigh me by at least 30 pounds, just running full clip at me. I'm a safety because that's the only place they would want to put me because you don't always need the safety. And chances are you don't really need it. But this guy's running at me, and I just stepped out of the way. I'm supposed to stop this person, and I just stepped out of the way and let him keep going. I did the little concierge. I'm serving you the rest of the field. And I got made fun of so much for that. But it's like, it's just a matter of physicality. When the sizes are mismatched so bad, what are you supposed to do? How is that fair? Like, what?
If someone shoots a cannonball in your general direction, do you stand there and let it hit you in the stomach, or do you jump the fuck to the right? You know, it doesn't. Just because it happens to have a brain doesn't make you a pussy.
A real man take that cannonball right to the stomach, dog. Shit.
People actually believe that too.
Oh, you moving out of the way because it's black. I see.
Nigga, you a pussy.
Why
Pussy
can't it be?
nigga.
Why ain't there no white cannonballs?
That would be a lot of extra money for paint.
Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, this guy should not have been in the ring with this gigantic fucking person. I don't know. If it was me personally, if I had the balls to even step foot in the ring, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm doing this now. You know, fucking try to punch him or something.
That's what it seemed like. He was like, maybe I could do this. And then when he actually got there, he was just, nope.
Maybe he thought he would take a punch, but then when that first punch missed him, it felt like when you almost step off the curb and the bus almost smacks you in the face, that wind. They probably felt that wind and said, never mind.
I'm not doing this today.
This is a good time to lay down right here. I think I'm going to take a break. I didn't take a dive. I was just getting...
I heard the entire crowd, too. They were just like, what the fuck's going on? That guy's not even hurt. Like, why the fuck are you what you do? I don't get it.
I wanted to see an ambulance.
Exactly.
We came for blood. The fuck happened?
See, I kind of wish we actually did have coliseums where you just throw people in with live tigers still open, because that would be more humane. Because you know what's going to happen. You don't have to sit there and be like, oh, well, I wonder if I'm going to kill him or not. Like, no, he's going to die. We already know that.
Yeah. There's a story that I almost put up for the show. It was about this married couple who just threw a puppy in with their dogs and just fed the puppy to the dogs. Like, damn. How the fuck did you stand there and watch the little...
Well, I mean, I can... If it was like they were going to kill it anyway, like it was the runt or something, maybe feeding it to the dogs might be more... not more humane, but like it's not going to waste anything, you know?
Oh, Jesus. It's like when the male lion finds a bitch that already has kids, he just fucking kills the kids. I'm taking care of some other motherfucker's kids. He just kills the whole pride and starts it over.
Yeah, I was reading something about we're some of the only animals that feel jealousy, sexual jealousy. We're some of the only animals that do that, which is odd to me. Us and birds, we're the only ones that fucking do that.
Lions are just fucking cheapskates, that's all.
It's not, yeah, but that's not sexual jealousy. Like if another lion's fucking that bitch, like when he's like 10 miles away, he doesn't give a fuck.
You never know. I mean, it's qualia. That's what emotions are. They're feelings that you can't properly convey, especially if you're a fucking animal. Who knows if they get jealous about shit? Like, ducks are monogamous for life. What if a duck just rolled up and started fucking another duck's girlfriend right in front of them? You think there'd be some angry quacking and ruffling over that at all? Or would it just go, I'm going to walk across the street till they're done? I'm gonna
I don't know. Like,
stick my face in the puddle and shake it or whatever ducks do.
When you see most animals, they don't tend to do that. They like if they're not putting effort into the kids, which most of them don't. They don't give a fuck if someone fucks their wife next week. They don't care. It's not anything like that. So we're some of the only animals that put so much effort into our young. So if we're raising another guy's kids, we tend to get really pissed off.
Oh, I've been on the butt end of that one, buddy.
Yeah.
And I've had an aunt and uncle adopt me. And they swore up and down, no, we don't treat them different. We treat them the exact same. Bullshit. You short fuck. Fuck you.
That was actually an argument for why people should take their father's last name instead of their mother's. I don't remember why.
I got that fucking piece of shit kid puncher's last name. I got to carry it around, and at least by the time I get married, I'm certainly not spreading it to another human being like syphilis. This has got to. The sooner we can put a cap on this fucking bloodline, the better. But yeah, they adopted another kid after the shit hit the fan with me and them, and he got married, and this poor little girl that he got married has their last name now. It's just such a fucking shame.
Did you ever ask him if did they treat you like an asshole too?
No, never talked to the kid. Never fucking... I knew him when he was 3 years old. And, yeah. He grew up over the last, 15, 20 years. since I have not talked to those pieces of shit. And he seems pretty happy, I guess. He was from the father's side of the family, so I'm sure he got better treatment based off of that. Yeah. You know, not just some sister, the stupid little sister's kid coming in off the street. Oh, I got to take care of this little fucking kid. Let's just shove his face into a wall. Actually,
now, kids, we've got to go to church and make fun of the people that have shittier clothes than we do. Come along now.
If he ain't your kid, just punch him in the face. And, you know what I'm saying? Beat your kids. Just beat the fuck out of them. Who cares?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, this guy should not have been boxing this other motherfucker whatsoever. Nobody's kids were involved in that one. That was just a fucking poor match. You'd probably have to yell at the promoter for that one. Whose idea was it to put these two people together? It's the source of so many problems in the world. Why did you put those together? Don't belong together. Don't put them together.
It's kind of like having Mike Tyson fight a midget. Like, it's not going to be anything to watch. You know what's going to happen.
And now the guy I got to box against is drinking out of the same water fountain as me? What the fuck is all that shit about?
Whatever happened to the good old racist days? Whatever happened to those?
Yeah, what people don't know about us is we actually are this racist. I fucking hate everybody. I'm going to shave my head right after we're done recording.
My hair is past my fucking shoulders, and the funny part is, I hate hippies.
What you gotta do is, you know what long-haired skinheads do?
I don't know.
They shave the whole top of their head, and they leave the perimeter, so it hangs down. So you have
what, like they're half bald or something?
It looks kind of like male pattern baldness, except you have a strip going across the front. You still have a hairline. So it looks like you have a long hair, kind of. It looks like somebody trying to shove a bald guy through a tablecloth, and you're just catching the top end of this event.
Like
that's what all the girls do.
Jeff Hardy from the 90s, that kind of thing.
I didn't keep up with wrestling that much.
Oh.
Why was their hair always wet in wrestling? I worked for a
to
pro
make
wrestler.
It more dramatic.
I had Thrasher from the Headbangers as my boss for like a fucking year. I never thought to ask him that question. Why is their hair always wet? They come out, they haven't even worked up a sweat yet. Come out with pre-wetted hair. What the fuck is the point of that? Does fluffy hair just get caught in the other man's mouth quicker?
I have no idea. They can like fucking slap them like a whip on their head.
That's all I'd be doing if I was in that wrestling ring. I'd be pulling hair and scratching. Ah, get away from me. Grab somebody's balls and just squeeze one. That's my finishing move. Oh
yeah, Keith. Do you know how easy it is to make $2 million? It's a lot easier than you would think. I can let you guess.
There's probably a very large demographic of people on this earth who really have no idea how easy it is to make $2 million. Hence a lot of the problems that happen.
Keith, if you ever want to make $2 million, this is what you have to do. All you have to do is walk into the lobby of a hotel, find where all the good shit is, and then just take it. Nobody will stop you. Nobody's going to ask you what you're doing. Just smash whatever and take it, and then no one will stop you.
Are you talking about that smash and grab?
Yeah, these guys, they fucking... I don't remember. It was called Midtown Hotel. I think it's in New York. It's part of the Four Seasons. They had a Four Seasons type of display there with all kinds of jewelry in it from some famous stupid fuck jeweler. Anyway, it had $2 million worth of shit inside of this glass case. So these guys just walk in through the lobby, go up and find the case, and they look around, and one of the guys struck up a conversation with the hotel manager.
Just brazen.
And he said while they were hiding a sledgehammer. How do you hide a fucking sledgehammer while you're walking through a hotel lobby? Are these people retarded? Like, all you had... And they smashed the case, and they just literally just grabbed it and took it and left. Nobody stopped them. Nobody even tried to stop them. Nobody even noticed.
From what I read, it looks like they didn't even run. They just kind of walked out.
And they said half of the cameras in the place didn't even work. Like, I live across from East Point Mall, okay? And I can guarantee you that if I stole something from there, I would get tackled on the way out. Not $2 million worth of shit, and they didn't even get fucking, hey, what are you doing? Nothing. What the fuck is going on here? I don't understand this.
It would make sense if they were like, hey, this is supposed to be happening. Like, every once in a while, there's a robbery where, like, they just act like movers, and they just do this shit in broad daylight and take their time, and just to make it believable, like, hey, we're supposed to be here.
They just smashed the fucking case open with the sledgehammer.
The sledgehammer kind of throws that effect out. So once a case is smashed with a sledgehammer, people should start running. Like, somebody from some party should pick up their pace a little bit once a sledgehammer smashes a fucking display case. That's just my kind of brand of security.
The guy that was talking to the hotel manager, I wonder if they were, like, watching while they were doing it. Like, yeah, what's your friend doing there with that sledgehammer? Oh, don't worry about it, man. Just, well, what's been going on with you lately? Oh, nothing. This job kind of sucks. Oh, he just broke the case. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah, we're just the
How's your day today?
smashers. We're just here to smash the glass, that's all. Oh, it happens every Thursday. The glass smashing Thursday. Oh, Christian is online.
Fuck him.
Should we bring him? Oh my God, it would be so like. People like when we talk about people that used to be on the show or whatever. Like, I don't know if people think it's a cowardly act that like we don't bring them on the show, but in this kid's case, like I would feel sorry for him.
I don't want to do that.
Like he would get thrashed about like a rag doll in an industrial dryer if we brought him in here right now. So I'm just gonna do him a favor.
You know that thing I sent you with the group thing that he posted in?
Yeah.
There was only 20 people saw that, and there's over 500 comments on it, dude, and they're all fucking yelling at him. Like that's only 20 people left 500 comments telling him how wrong. Jesus Christ, how the fuck?
You guys may remember Christian from a way earlier episode. I think it was like episode 5 or something like that. I think it was
it was like 12 or something.
Was it 12?
I don't know.
12?
It was pretty recent.
He was on the show. He was
the Californian guy.
He was sort of an unofficial member of the Mr. Podcast crew. And this kid is just... He's a flip-flopper. He doesn't know what the word conviction means at all. He says something and he fucking really puts everything behind it, and then he changes his mind. He's done it twice so far.
It's basically the equivalent of an evolutionary scientist one day pushing that as hard as he can to literally not 5 hours later becoming a hardcore creationist and trying to tell someone that the flood actually happened.
Exactly. I would not be surprised if I woke up tomorrow and you're messaging me, oh yeah, Christian's a Christian now. He's going to church now. He got baptized and everything. He made a video called Fuck Antinatalism and Fuck You for...
And he told someone to kill themselves over this.
Kill your fucking self for having this stance. And then a week later, oh, well, I kind of agree with them.
He's going around and he's going, oh, well, life is just a bunch of shit and life is horrible anyway, so you're an asshole if you have kids. Like, that's not even that's not even a parody of what that guy was saying. You're not even making fun of it well, and you're saying it seriously. What the fuck is wrong with you, you stupid bastard?
It's fucking Hitler standing on a mound of Jew corpses going, hey, matzah tastes pretty good. This dreidel thing's kind of fun, actually. Shit.
I don't fucking understand. Like, and he's not even like, he doesn't talk that way normally. You know, he's not usually like, oh well, I am an atheist, and as I am an atheist, I believe that order and reason is the most important thing in life. Like, he has never fucking said anything.
Oh, like a scientist who's being interviewed in a fucking documentary about astrophysics or something. That's how he writes. His talking is completely fucking different.
He's never once acted like that anywhere around us, and he wants to... You know that he's just heard this somewhere else, and he's repeating it because it sounds cool, you know? And I don't even know if he realizes he's doing it, but it's fucking retarded.
It's called being verbose. Verbose is a new word that I learned probably in the last 2 months. And you ever learn a new word and you see countless examples of it everywhere around you after you learn that word?
Yeah, it's just like it materialized a bunch of shit in front of you.
Yeah, it's just like, I have a whole new concept. Yes, Christian, very, very verbose. Tries to sound like stereo instructions.
I mean, like, I might fuck up my sentences sometimes, but at least I'm not being a goddamn robot that goes around and just literally word for word repeats the same shit that someone else said and not even a good fucking argument. You know, then that's a bunch of shit.
Doesn't matter if it's a good argument or not, because he can just change his fucking mind 48 hours later. I don't know if any of you guys, we never get comments on any of our social media, but if any of you guys have any examples of somebody just vehemently just touting some position with a bunch of authority and force and telling other people they're stupid for not agreeing with it, and then turns around just all matter-of-factly like it's no big deal and just spouts the complete opposite kind of philosophy.
Within like a day.
If you know anybody like that, just call him Christian. Shut up, you Christian.
That's the Christian syndrome.
You stupid CJ. That's what people like to call him because his name is too close to the religion. Although we're not real fond of the religion to begin with because it's so misrepresented all the time. But.
Christian, I don't hate you or anything. It's just, why the fuck are you being so stupid? I don't understand. I'm not even saying, like, oh, you're a bad person. No, you're just being stupid, and I don't know why.
He's an unreliable, flimsy, flip-floppy type of person. And who has use for someone like that ever, anywhere?
How can someone be that fucking dumb and not understand in their brain that they're doing that? I never get that. If I'm doing something like that, I like to think that I would be able to look at myself objectively and see, oh, well, yeah, this might not be a... You know?
Some people, you cut out for a second there, but some people have no self-awareness whatsoever. Some people just, they don't even know what being introspective is. They just live in this outward kind of deflective type of existence where just everything goes out, nothing comes in, and you never turn the judgment back on yourself, which is funny because I've been described as sitting in judgment of everyone on YouTube. If people only knew the type of judgment that I cast upon myself.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, when me or you make fun of someone, you know that there's a fucking reason that we're doing it. Because we don't just make fun of someone for no reason. It's like, we gotta have a really good fucking reason.
Oh, I feel like a piece of shit. There's other radio shows that have, like, callers that are regular people that have never done anything wrong to them, but they treat them like shit the whole fucking time. Like I said earlier, I'm too soft for that kind of shit. I don't have the heart to do that. So if I'm like knocking you down a peg or something, you probably deserve it.
If I'm in the wrong mood, I might do that, but that's just like a snap. It's not like something I make a habit out of.
You don't write out stereo instructions in a big long paragraph about your... It's just a momentary flare-up. I think everybody has that. It's just a fact of life or whatever.
Yeah.
You'd be like Dave and have a big talk about our feelings. Dave sent me a text message because I got to meet the girl that, okay, yeah, I need to do a little backstory on this.
What did he say? How did you like my fuck cunt?
No, I met this girl at work. And I didn't realize who she was at first. You know, I try to take people at face value. I will give you a chance to fuck your reputation up on your own for me, personally. You know, I won't take, the hearsay about you and apply it to my decision-making process about whether I want to fucking associate with you or not. So I meet this girl. I'm not sure who she is. And once I figure out who she is, Dave, who was also, he was definitely in the single digits. I think he was only on episode 1 or 2.
Yeah, he was only here for a few.
He may think I'm talking shit for even bringing this up, but I'm just going to say it matter-of-factly, and you guys make the judgment yourself. He fucked his best friend's girlfriend and blamed it on alcohol.
Dude, before you go any further...
drunk, man. I was so drunk I didn't know what I was doing, which is bullshit.
Keith.
It's a shitty fucking excuse used by people who just don't want to take responsibility for their own actions. I've never been so drunk that I didn't know what I was doing. You fucking liars. What are you trying to interrupt me with?
Dimitri wants in the call if you want to let him.
No, Dimitri can't get in the call. We don't add people to the call in the middle of the show. That's just too much technical difficulties type of potential.
Whenever someone says that, oh, well, I was drunk and I didn't know, you're fucking lying.
I totally didn't know what I was doing, man. It was crazy. If you get that drunk, you're not mobile. You're not doing procedures like taking off and putting on pants and fucking foreplay and all that shit. I'm sorry. That's a stupid fucking excuse. I don't believe it for a second. But like what I was trying to say, it really doesn't have much to do with me other than I met this girl at work, the girl that he fucked. And she was just, like I said, I'm trying to give the girl a chance. She's very personable and perky, and she's never said a crossword to me. And she hasn't had the chance to, really. So I don't have anything against her personally, but I did kind of find it funny that she was just very, very, nonchalantly, oh, yeah, I can't work at that store anymore because I fucked them. I fucked them both, and now I got to work here. Oh, well. Like,
I don't know. I've been, like, blackout drunk to the point where I could just, like, slam my head onto a table and pass out. And I can still do things
you know what you're doing. It's not
I can type well. I can type entire paragraphs, like, if I wanted to. I'm not going to be able to do it quickly, but I can do it. I can put my clothes on and off. I can walk around sometimes, not all the time reliably, but sometimes I can. And I mean, I don't just, like, chunks of memory get lost. No, I've got to be, like, fucking close to dying for that to happen. That's never happened to me.
But anyway, disregarding all the asides, the story was going somewhere. Fucking, I met this girl at work, and I kind of chuckled, and I was like, yeah, because we realized we had Dave in common. That's the only thing I have in common with this person, so of course I'm going to try to bring that up or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, Dave hates me. Like, I said it just like that. I was kind of laughing when I said it, and I explained to her the thing about, like, I made a stupid little emoticon under his football status, and he tried to give me a heart-to-heart talk about it and how stupid that shit was and how I don't have time for these kind of theatrics from people, so I just fucking unfriended him. So she went to him with the piece of information, oh, Keith says you hate him. So I don't know if he imagined me sitting there like, oh, Dave hates me. Whatever am I to do? Like, no, I don't care if you hate me. Like, I don't fucking hate him. I don't have the kind of time to hate him. I don't go around talking shit about the guy or anything. But he sent me a text message because I knew she was going to go fucking talk to him. No, dude, I don't hate you at all. And then he tries to friend me on Facebook. So I was like we have to make the assertion on the side that we don't hate these people. We don't hate Dave. We don't hate Christian. We have no hatred for these people. We're just kind of,
you're stupid sometimes.
Yeah, it's just more of a dismissive kind of attitude and just like I don't have time for your shit. This is that kind of thing. I'm just moving on. This isn't a productive way for me to live. So obviously our relationship is not that important to begin with. I can just cut you out of my life because I want a life free of this stuff. That's my decision to make. It doesn't mean I want to fight you or any shit like that. But like, come on, dude. I do not care if you hate me. I really don't give one flying shit. I don't hate you. I'll clarify that. But I'm not accepting your friend request on Facebook. That's not happening.
It might actually make things more interesting if he did hate us. That might be more preferable.
I've never really heard of Dave going around actively hating any people. Maybe that's just not part of his personality or whatever. Maybe
he doesn't hate you. He just fucks your girlfriend. That's all.
He just wants to lecture you about what being a good, well-adjusted, happy person is all about and how you fall short.
And then fuck your girlfriend.
And then fuck someone's girlfriend. Like I'm saying, I'm not adding anything to that. That's all I got to say. I don't have to come up with clever names for you like, oh, you stupid girlfriend fucker, fuck you. No, all I have to do is mention that you fucked your best friend's girlfriend.
I'm just judging based on people's actions. That's all I'm doing. I'm just using my brain.
Enough said. I'm the pinnacle of, I am your lighthouse of morality on the horizon of life. But I fucked my friends' girlfriends.
And by the way, murder's okay, as long as you don't get caught. You'll be fine.
What? Who says that?
Dave.
Oh, fucking. That was one of them things I probably forgot about.
No, I just said that. I don't know why. I believe that though. If you kill someone and you don't get caught, I believe it's completely fine because someone didn't care about them enough to find your ass.
Well, you are without honor, sir.
Who the fuck said I ever had any?
Honor is doing the right thing while no one's looking. They teach you that in the Marines. It's doing the right thing when no one's around to pat you on the back, or
that's being called stupid.
That's called being naive. All the other people are stealing these trays from McDonald's. I'm going to put mine back. And then everyone else has a tray from McDonald's at their... This is a stupid fucking example.
I know I'm poor, don't have any food, can't get drinking water, and have nowhere to sleep. But, stealing's wrong, so I'm just going to sit here and die. No, fuck you. I'm going to go steal that shit.
Stealing's bad, okay? It's like when you read about those people who find a bank bag on the side of the road and it's got like 130 grand in it and they return it. I have a theory about that. Those people are not like the most conscientious like type of people, like so moral and they're just, what we should all look up to. I think there's a little bit of fear involved in that because we got a lot of movies that start off with somebody finding a large sum of money and it costing them all kinds of shit, whether it belonged to a drug dealer or fucking... I think they just don't want to suffer the consequences, and they're banking on that kickback for the reward money. Because if I found 130 grand in a bag on the street, I would get nervous. You wouldn't get nervous?
That's what I'm saying. I would get nervous too, because there's going to be something with that. There's going to be a tracker in it. There's going to be some way. Someone's going to find it because no one fucking has a bag full of money and they have no way to find it. They're going to get that shit back one way or another.
Something is up with that. That person at least knows their route. They know how to fucking... If 150 grand is at stake, especially if it's a small timer that wants to hold on to that shit because that's a big lump for them, fucking... I'd rather just not deal with it. Like, I have friends who found a crack dealer's stash of crack. Like one of my friends from way back in the day was, he's just walking through the woods and there's this big bag of fucking little cracklets.
Yep.
His immediate instinct was to just pick it up and run. So he picks it up and he fucking runs.
Why the fuck did he want the crack?
They smoked it. This is the type of people I used to hang out with. Seriously. No, I'd say 50-50. Half of them were stupid shitheads and half of them were thoughtful fucking people that just happen to be kind of fucking aggressive or whatever. But no, these are the stupid shitheads. One of them was named Bill. He's the one who told me the story. And they just sat and smoked crack in a fucking garage.
That same thing has happened to me. Well, not smoking it, but yeah, we found crack in the woods before. Like there was how there's sometimes like the fucking drainage pipes, the big sewer manhole things they lead out into the woods where they dump shit out at.
Yeah.
Well, like someone threw crack in a fucking sewer hole up in the city somewhere and it dumped out in these woods. And there had to be at least 20 vials of crack just sitting there on the fucking ground. And there was this guy we were hanging out with. He was some guy on an ATV. I don't even remember his fucking name. It's not important. But he picked up one of the vials and he opened it and he tasted it. And he was like, yep, that's crack all right. And I was just like, why do you know what crack tastes like? Have you done this before?
It's got baking soda in it. Everybody knows what baking soda tastes like.
I don't know what crack tastes like. I wouldn't assume that it would taste like baking soda. I don't know.
You know what Coke tastes like?
No.
It tastes like fucking crushed up aspirin. But you don't test it with your mouth for the taste. You test it to see if it makes part of your mouth go numb.
Yeah. That's you ever see like the fucking scene in the old movies where you see the detective and he tastes it and he's like, you're going to jail. Like, you can't fucking do that, you piece of shit.
Yeah. I don't think that's part of the actual crime-solving protocol. It's just, I don't think there's a page in their fucking cop handbook. Here's how you dip your finger in a
You know what's fucked up, though? A cop could actually get away with lying and get someone to confess because of that. Because who the fuck... If someone sees all those movies and knows nothing about that, they're going to assume that they've already got busted. So they're just going to come out with it. So they could lie into getting someone to fucking confess.
Cops can do whatever the fuck they want. Cops are
Yeah,
just, it doesn't matter with cops. Cops are just fucking a gang.
Why is it that the cops are legally allowed to lie to a citizen, but a citizen's not allowed to lie to a cop, or they'll get arrested for that? What the fuck is up with that? So they can get away with not even telling me their name.
Oh, this
I
dude.
Fucking, like, spread my cheeks for them and shit. Fuck that.
This conversation that we're naturally flowing into organically brings up a very popular news story. Did you happen to go read any of Chris Donner's manifesto whatsoever? Did you read any of it?
No, I didn't know I was supposed to.
No, it wasn't really homework for the show because we kind of tend to shy away from super popular stories because it's fucking ubiquitous anyway.
Everyone already knows what it is.
Yeah, but the guy that was waging war on the LAPD, unconventional and asymmetrical warfare, as he called it. Yeah, in his manifesto, he's talking about all this shit that cops do and nobody fucking calls them on it. And this shit's crazy. Like, he was sitting in a van with a bunch of other cops and they just started calling him a nigger out of nowhere, like, fucking niggers, fuck you nigger, and all this shit. And like, he was like, hey, shut up. As, any self-respecting black dude would say if you did that around them. Actually lucky it wasn't a punch to the face, which it almost evolved to. But, yeah, nothing happened to those people. He made a report about it and everything. If I go to my work and just start throwing niggers around at people, I'm gone.
Yeah,
and my job's
fired.
Not even that important. I'm just gone. That's it. He
files
a formal report about that and about this girl cop who's trying to act like she has testicles, so she has to rough up all the fucking suspects. She's kicking them in the face, and they got boot marks on their forehead and shit. And he makes a report about that, and they're basically just patting him on the head and saying, whatever, just scoot you off to the side.
That's the entire point of it. They sit there and they fucking protect each other, no matter if they're in the wrong or not. I mean, if a cop's kid gets, like, they go and kill someone in a drunk driving accident, they're not going to go to fucking jail. They're going to go and get handed back to their parents, even though they just killed somebody, because, their parent's a cop. They know what they're doing. Like, if a regular person's kid does that, guess where they're going? They're going to go in jail where they're going to get fucked in the ass for 20 years. And that's not... What the fuck? I don't get it.
A cop could be like, I thought I pulled my taser, but it was actually my gun. Anyway, that lady got shot in the face, and they'll be like, okay, you're suspended with pay.
Yeah, a cop could shoot a toddler in the face 20 times.
Oh, it was a mistake.
Reload, and then cut its head off, and then shoot it in its body another 15 times, and they would not... we're going to transfer you to this different precinct. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What the fuck?
As the shots are going, this isn't happening. That didn't happen. Neither did that one. So.
But then people always fucking, the cops are ultimately in your best interest. No, they're fucking not.
They got fucking assholes in their ranks. Little fucking tiny little fucking men with marshmallowy egos.
You know that guy that came to your school and told you, a policemen are your friend? He was a fucking douchebag liar, and you should go and find that guy and punch him in the face because he's an asshole, and he fucked you up for the rest of your life.
See, the thing about this kind of talk is it's double-sided because there are cops.
There are,
but it's
the majority of them. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah, they're outnumbered, so they gotta fucking run to the suburbs of LA and start shooting cops on their own to remedy the situation.
You always hear the cops that try to defend themselves. They're like, well, I didn't make the rules. I'm just enforcing. Well, you fucking agreed to enforce them. So it's kind of still your fault. And you're sitting here and you're watching all your fellow cops just abuse their power. And you're just sitting there going, I didn't make the rule. Like, fuck you. That's bad.
That's more of that Christian-style flip-flopping, because they like to tell you they make the rules sometimes. Sometimes that's their biggest fucking catchphrase. I make the rules here, you do what I say here. I saw a tow truck driver getting shaken down by a cop, and he was like, I make the rules. And the tow truck driver is like, no, you don't. You just enforce them. You don't. You're not the fucking legislative branch of the government, idiot. You're part of the what? Executive? Like an offshoot of the enforcement agencies or whatever. You're not drafting bills. You're not making laws.
The fucking people that were calling for the gun ban or whatever they want to do, more strict gun control, they were sitting there cops will be right there next to you whenever you need them. Like, dude, I don't know what fantasy world you're living in, but if I call the cops right now, it's gonna take them at least half an hour to fucking get here because
fuck
they're
yeah.
assholes.
Fuck
What
yeah.
do you think I'm gonna be alive in half an hour if there's someone trying to kill me in my house? No, I'm gonna fucking cut that guy's head off before the cop gets here, and I'm gonna be smoking a cigarette waiting for him to fucking show up and take the body away. Why am I gonna put myself through that?
Yeah, we fucking, in Brooklyn Park, we almost got fucking destroyed by a drunk driver. Just a drunk driver almost pinned me and this other guy between a car. I had to step out of the way. He fucking had to jump over the hood of the car, his fat stomach breaking the mirror off of the car. The mirror's sitting there on the car hood, and we call the police, like, hey, we almost got killed. Like, and the cop takes like 45 minutes to show up, tells us there's nothing he can do, all that shit. If I had a gun, I would have shot that motherfucker's tires out right there. Like, good luck getting away now,
What also pisses me off is whenever you see, like, cops, that attitude where if a normal citizen has a gun on their fucking their holster in their hip, they're always looked at by strangers like, oh, that guy's violent. He might kill us all, just because he doesn't have a badge on. But, they never fucking have a second eye. They never look twice at the cop that has his gun drawn already. Like, oh, well, he's just doing his job. But if a civilian has his gun drawn, they're going to be flipping the fuck out. That's how we're brainwashed now that, oh, well, if you see one of your fellow citizens arming himself to defend himself, you should arrest him and try to fucking report him. And what the fuck is that?
They had those two guys walking around town not long after that school shooting. They were trying to raise awareness about gun rights, and they're just walking around with rifles, which was perfectly, they were within their rights to do. It was all in plain view and everything, and people just started calling the police. There's people walking around here with weapons. They got their fucking guns drawn, and I think we're going to have another Columbine. You better hurry up. And the cops got there. There's nothing they could do. All they could do was talk to the guy, figure out, like, what are you guys doing? What's the point?
Yeah, that's why do you want to harass the guy that's just doing what he's allowed to do? And you don't say shit to the cop that's trying to fucking shoot you for walking around the corner wrong. So why are you going to say shit to the guy that's just standing there on a corner with a rifle? What the fuck's with this shit? I don't get it.
There are nice people in, plain view with their guns around.
Yeah, if I have a knife on my hip, someone will freak and it's just a knife. It's not even, I'm not going to kill you with it. I have to be 5 feet away from you in order to do that. Well, 20 feet, but that's technical shit.
Are you with the Joker philosophy of killing?
What?
No, I don't like guns. I like knives.
Oh, no, I would prefer a fucking gun. If I had the choice to kill someone with a gun or a knife, I'll take a gun every time. There's no chance that they're going to get back up if I put a 45 caliber bullet into their chest. I
want a fucking knife gun. I want fully automatic. Just launch Bowie knives at people.
But, cops are so fucking prepared to pull out their gun and just point it at you for the littlest shit. And they wonder why people go nuts. If someone points a gun at me, I don't even care if it's loaded. Don't fucking point a gun at me for no reason, or I'm going to go crazy, dude.
Yeah, I've had guns pointed at me a couple times.
It's
not a very good feeling.
If a cop fucking points a gun at me, that's even worse, because they can shoot me for no fucking reason. Do you think I'm going to just stand there and just be like, oh, yes, sir? No, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm not going to be fucking compliant.
Not only can they shoot you, they can make some shit up afterwards. Oh, he lunged at me.
Yeah.
How many times? There's a list called the Brady List of police officers who have been caught in blatant lies, and therefore their testimony isn't even admissible in court anymore. That's how big the problem is. Why is nothing being done? They got dash cams on the patrol cars. Put cameras and microphones on the cop himself, because obviously these people can't be fucking trusted. You can't trust these people to walk around the corner from their dash cam if some fucking civilian ends up in a pool of blood around that corner. And it's just up to the cop's imagination to he could just write a screenplay about how that motherfucker ended up like that, leaking in the fucking gutter.
There's a lot of people that are gun enthusiasts, and they have an open discussion. When is the right time to shoot a police officer? Because there's going to be a point, if you have a gun, that you're probably going to be in a situation, well, not probably, but there could possibly be a situation where you're doing nothing wrong, and you might get shot if you don't kill that fucking police officer that's trying to kill you.
That's
and
true.
What do you do after that? Because there's no... Like, if you kill a police officer, you're automatically a bad person. There's no talking your way out of that.
Oh, yeah.
So how the fuck do you go and say, oh, I was defending myself? Well, no, you don't. Police officers never do anything. Or fuck you. He was trying to kill me.
Whenever the cops are involved, your basic will to survive and your basic instincts to protect your fucking personal sovereignty, they just go out the window. Like, those things shouldn't even apply anymore. It's almost as if cops don't realize if you run up on somebody and yell, get on the ground, they're going to have a moment just because of their monkey brains and the way it's wired to their surroundings and self-preservation and all that. They're going to have a moment where they're going to doubt you. They're not going to know what to do. Or if you tackle someone, they're going to panic. Because you're attacking them physically. There are mechanisms that are billions of years old that are kicking in, and you're just not allowed to have that. It's not your right to be a human being. If you're put in a context of a police takedown situation, you're resisting and you're doing all this stuff. No, you're not fucking, trying to protect your own life at any level.
If someone kicks your door in and yells police, that doesn't prove anything. If I'm going to kick someone's door in and kill them, you know what I'm going to yell? Police, because they might get down.
There has been plenty of fake cops. There's like stories and videos of guys shooting fake ATF agents on their front porch. You know what I mean?
Because if they get down and I don't have to fight them, then I can kill them easily. So, I mean, if someone kicks my door in, I don't give a shit. If you kick my door in for no fucking reason, I'm probably going to try to shoot you because there's no reason for you to be kicking my goddamn door in.
Yeah.
You know? But if you do that to a cop, even though you didn't know, oh, you're a bad person, like, dude, if any other person kicked your door in, you would be fully justified in killing him. Why is it when you put a stupid little golden badge on them, they're suddenly untouchable? Fuck you.
Or the women that are driving across the country roads all by themselves and just a car with lights on it ends up behind them. Why the fuck are you supposed to pull over when it's you and that person all alone in the dark, desolate middle of fucking nowhere? You're supposed to just say, okay, because there's lights on this car, it's automatically police.
There was
shit. You got a basic will to survive as a fucking human being. They need to tally that into the fucking cop protocols.
There was a news story recently. It was an unmarked FBI car that tried to pull this woman over on some stretch of road, and it was deserted. Well, she called... I think it was 411. It's like a police directory.
That's where I just read that story. That's where I got that whole thing from.
She pulled over at a gas station, and the cops got there, and it turned out that the guy wasn't a fucking police officer. He was a convicted rapist, and he had just killed a few people, and he was going to try to do that again. So,
exactly.
And you have the right, if a cop is trying to pull you over, to wait until there's a good place to pull over. Like, you don't have to pull over right now. They have to respect your right to go up the street to pull over.
Well,
go to a public area. Don't fucking pull over in an alleyway.
That number that you called, according to the story, if I read it right, it hooks you up with the dispatcher. And I think there's kind of a break in communication between the dispatchers and the police officers, because a lot of times there's a lot of stories about people who called the police. You're the one who called the cops, and the cops come and tackle you. Because a dispatcher said, oh, there's somebody there that wants to kill themselves or whatever. They just don't give all the information, and it's just fucking shitty. So I don't even know how good that number is going to work. But at least you have something. You know, if I ever have a teenage daughter or a little wife, they're sure as fuck getting that number. Especially if we live in a rural place where you're supposed to just pull to the side of the road because there's lights. Hey, get raped. Why aren't you getting raped? I got lights. Shit.
That's what I don't understand the whole fucking people that want to get guns basically outright banned. If I ever have kids, the first thing they're going to do when they turn about 10 is go with me to a goddamn range and learn how to use a gun and teach them that, hey, this will kill somebody. Don't fuck around with this, okay?
We got plenty of shit that'll kill people. You know what I want to kill people with?
What?
Cheeseburgers.
That'd be, oh yeah, the fucking heart attack grill. The heart
attack grill spokesman dies of apparent heart attack.
Well, they did name the restaurant pretty aptly, didn't they?
He was 52 years old. That's a little young to be dying of a heart attack. But this is a place that, if you've never heard of it, if you live under a fucking rock, there's a place, if you can't put two and two together, that the Heart Attack Grill is a place that brags about the fat content of its food and purposefully shoves in as much as possible. If you can't figure that out from the name, then I'm not fucking explaining it to you. We're just going to call it the Heart Attack Grill. And yeah, this guy fucking died from eating. You know what they say about the dealers? You can't fucking be dipping into your own product. That's the shit you're supposed to make money off, but don't ruin your own life with it.
A lot of people would use that and say, "Oh, see, well, you shouldn't eat that shit." Well, it's not the food that did it. It's him eating it every fucking day. You know, it's like that food tastes good. I mean, you can eat it if you want. Just don't eat it every fucking meal every day for every year in history. Or else you're going to die.
I would go there once in a while. I don't know if I would. Man, work in there, though. That's got to be some kind of situation. Because, like, all the chicks who work at pizza places, they get a little chubbier than they were before and stuff like that. Because that's what's there. That's what's there to eat. When you're on your break, you get something. You know what I mean?
And we smoke, so if we did that before work, we would not be alive anymore, Keith. We would have coronaries in a week.
Last February, a man reportedly suffered a heart attack while eating a burger called the Triple Bypass Burger. It's like you don't fucking make little signs for lemmings telling them, hey, the cliff's over here. You might not want to. They're dumb fucking lemmings. They want to go off the cliff. You don't have to fucking save them. Or, you know, with Christians, antinatalism, you know, oh, we have no right to bring more people into the earth because there's too many already. Hey, maybe Christians behind the heart attack grill. You know, fucking just let them die. We're overpopulated anyway. If you're so dumb that you want to just inject fat directly into your fucking veins, then maybe you don't need to be here.
Remember when we were talking about the hypothetical where if I was the doctor and some bitch came in to get her leg cut off and she paid me to do that, I would do it.
You're the world's most unethical surgeon.
It's the same basic situation. Like, if someone wants to fucking do something that's stupid, let them do it. You're not their goddamn parent. If they want to have a heart attack,
but we're talking about a restaurant that we have no stake in or whatever. I don't know. It's a fucking moral quandary because there's people that have to advertise this business. They have to draw people in to something that they know is not healthy at all.
You don't have to say it. People, if they don't understand that it's fucking unhealthy, they don't need to be alive. They're not using their brain properly. Like, you don't need to take a 5-year-old there, sure. But if an adult man goes, heart attack grill, I wonder if that's a healthy idea.
I'm 52. That's just the right age to start eating at such a nice place.
They don't really have to lie. All they have to say is, oh, well, our food's good. Because that's true. Their food's good. So they can advertise that. I'm
sure it tastes really fucking good. I'm sure it's fucking scrumptious.
You're advertising based on your product, not based on some stupid gimmick. You're like, you might have a heart attack, that's true, but at least you're gonna be fucking full and enjoy it while you're doing it. That's all you can ask for.
All the tree-hugging faggots that want to take all this shit away from people, like the same fucking queers that made large soft drinks illegal and stuff like that, they don't realize there's like people will go to McDonald's and get like 3 quarter-pounders and throw out half the buns and rearrange them in their own Frankenstein quarter-pounders. Like, if people really want it, they're going to do what they're going to do regardless. That's why I got the idea of a double soft drink carrier with a Y-shaped straw. So you can just fucking... You just stick the bottles together and drink out of both of them simultaneously. Like, fuck you, health freaks. I don't know.
What was that thing inside of the DeLorean and Back to the Future called?
A flux capacitor?
Yeah, that's what it would look like. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, maybe they can make another Back to the Future. We can have a marketing kind of synergy going. Just launch the weight.
Would you like your new flux capacitor straw?
I want the quadruple one. I can have 5 64-ounce Dr. Peppers, Diet Dr. Peppers at once with my fucking extra large cheese pizza. Let me get 12 extra large cheese pizza, extra cheese, add more cheese, and Let me get a 2-liter Diet Coke with that. I'm just gonna fucking put that in a bucket and shove my face in it.
Do you guys have pig lard as a side? Don't tell my wife you're putting it on there, though. I want her to look extra plump tonight.
That's another thing. And when you go in the grocery store, you can get a tub of fucking lard. Who's allowing that heinous crime to go down? If you're banning soft drinks, how are you overlooking the tub of fucking lard that's readily available for small children to choke on? You irresponsible fucking protectors of humanity.
That's
you got your work cut out for you, faggots.
Have you ever had somebody like, I know this is an odd situation, but like if you pay attention to how someone orders a steak, like people that like really lean steaks, like that's like saying, oh, well, I like eating cardboard. Like the fat is what makes the steak taste good. If you get a steak that has no fat whatsoever, it's not gonna taste like anything.
Well, it's not just it's not just the big chunk of fat on the end, on the heel of the steak, which I have seen some people eat with a fork, and it makes me sick watching it.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
It's the marbleization. You gotta have the fat just perfectly distributed, so it's marbleized, and it gets all moist because it melts in between the muscle fibers, and it's fucking delicious.
Yeah.
And you're not going to take that away from me, New York. Fuck you.
They're going to start fucking injecting some kind of thing that destroys fat into steaks.
I want 8 heart attack grills just in Times Square, and I want just a fucking intravenous hose coming directly from the soft drink fountain directly into my fucking jugular vein.
I like freedom of choice, man. I don't care if it'll kill you. You have the choice to do that. If you want to ingest arsenic, go ahead. I don't care. It's your decision.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
People are aware of consequences. That's like when Joe Rogan had Terrence McKenna's brother on, and they were talking about why drugs are illegal and stuff like that. And it's well, people fucking would be tripping on mushrooms, and then they go out and do heinous things, and that's why mushrooms should be illegal. Well, you know you're not supposed to stab somebody. You know that if you have a violent personality, maybe you shouldn't be taking psychedelics. Like, all these decisions are yours. And if you make all the wrong ones, you should be able to suffer the consequences for that series of wrong decisions that you made. It shouldn't be demonized like, okay, step 3 that he did, he shouldn't have been allowed to do that. We should have just removed the right for him to do that altogether. That's not attacking the real problem. That's a fucking Band-Aid.
It's the drug's fault. It's not this stupid asshole making dumb decisions. It's fucking, that's like saying, oh, well, it's the car's fault that he got into a wreck and killed those 17 children. It's not his fault for being a dumbass. No, it's the car's fault.
It's like when you baby-proof your house. The reason you put those plastic things on your fucking wall sockets is because you know that babies are fucking stupid. Babies are just the dumbest fucking things ever, dumber than dogs, and
they don't have a concept of anything.
Yeah,
like
they're that dumb that they can't help themselves. That's just part of the condition of being a baby, and it's almost like they're taking that and applying it to all these full-grown tax-paying people. Well, they shouldn't be, be put in the position at all where they can fuck up. No, you should be put in a position where you can fuck up, because we want to see where the fuck-ups are. We want to see if you're somebody who's easily, can fucking, somebody who's got the right conditions to be a stabby murderer.
Yeah,
or whatever.
To be honest, if you make the decision to go snort meth, then smoke crack, go kill 20 children, and then have sex with a pregnant 5-year-old, we don't really need you around anyway, so you're kind of weeding yourself out, and that's good.
Yeah, just go ahead and pull your gun, your legal firearm on the police, and get yourself shot, and get the fuck out of here already. Bye. Well, we're all full up here. You can get out if we could use the room for someone worth a fuck. If you want to leave, that's fine. If you want to shove 80 fucking cheeseburgers into your face, if you're that fucking dumb, see ya.
It's so fucked up that we try to say that we're fucking stupid. Everything is stupid.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Stupid.
It's calling people big babies. Everybody's a baby that needs to be fucking baby-proofed. We got to put plastic things on everything so the stupid babies don't fucking shove shit in their mouth and choke on it.
But it's sad that people agree with that, though. Like, they agree, like, okay, well, just take my right away to do that. It's okay, because you're helping me. Like, no, you're a fucking idiot. What is wrong? Why are you being this way? Why are you not seeing this? I hate you guys. Like, I want to help you, but I fucking hate you for being so goddamn stupid.
Oh, well, the dummies are out there to help each other. For instance, a mother is accused of bursting into a high school classroom and helping her teen daughter beat up another student, even holding the other teen and instructing her child to strike the girl in the face with a combination lock, police said. The mother, whose name is Precious Allen, her daughter and another woman barged... Oh, who's this other bitch? Nothing. I'll go with you. We'll fuck your daughter's bully up together. Again, barged into the classroom at Withrow High School in Cincinnati last week with the mother and daughter assaulting the 15-year-old student with their fists and the lock, which is a deadly weapon technically, if you're going to beat people with a padlock. The other girl suffered cuts and bruises, and a teacher ended up with a black eye. Holy fuck, man.
Now you see, that's some ghetto shit right there. You're not going to see a 35-year-old white woman walking into a school and randomly hitting someone with
She's
a lock.
31. She's 4 years younger than me.
You're not going to see that, though. You're not going to see, like, a perfectly fucking straight-laced white woman walking into a school and beating someone with a... That's a strictly ghetto thing to do.
You might. Maybe they just cover that up. Maybe they just don't report on that.
But you don't see it with such fucking severity. You don't see it so often. It's not...
There does seem to be a pattern. We're not pointing out things, we're not trying to make you connect dots that aren't there, but I will point out
ghetto bitches are trashy. That's all I'm saying. You guys
I'm not going to say anything about the color of anyone's skin. I will just say that people from the same demographic also helped their kid beat up somebody on a school bus not too long ago. And they're the same I don't want to say type of people. What's the fucking PC term?
Ghetto.
Ghetto. We'll just fucking say that. Some ghetto white bitch would do the same thing probably.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be ghetto black. Like, ghetto is a type of lifestyle. It's not fucking color,
But yeah, they help their kids beat up. And I've had fantasies like that when I read stories about, like, oh, kids getting beat up in school and the parents are really stressed. Like, I'd be like, somebody hit my kid, I'd fucking kick him in the face. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, but you're not actually going to go walk into the high school and fucking hit him with a lock. That's
you
got
it. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I wonder if they even tried to do anything. Did they, like, talk to the principal and then the principal didn't fight? It was like, oh, whatever. We don't care. This is the kind of thing
I have a feeling that they didn't do that.
No, they probably didn't.
That's just a feeling.
Just looking at this bitch, I can tell she doesn't have that kind of foresight. She looks like she would really... She's probably the same bitch that fucking tried to tase people for not giving her mustard packets at fucking Wendy's. It's just
she's probably the bitch that got tased by that fucking mall cop guy.
But I understand, because there's some situations where people's kids just get fucked with, and no one is helping these parents.
Yeah, but
parents are just at the end of their rope, and there's nothing they can do.
But you don't do that. You don't... Like, even if you do kick her ass, you wait until she's not in a classroom full of people that are witnesses,
Yeah, that was just sloppy. That was just, as a criminal mastermind, you get an F.
We're not even saying, like, don't kick a kid's ass. Like, you can do that. Just don't fucking do it in the middle of a classroom.
Yeah, in certain situations, especially in this day and age, there could be situations where it's perfectly appropriate for a full-grown adult to be beating the fuck out of a 15-year-old.
Well,
and I say that with all due conviction, because that's definitely the case. That needs to happen sometimes. Some of these kids need to get the living shit beaten out of them and an impression made on them. It's just too much leeway. It's too much fucking leeway that these little shits have.
I could wait 6 hours until she's out of school by herself in an alleyway, but, I want an audience.
No, fuck that, Precious. Fuck that, Precious. We gonna go now. I'm gonna go with you. I'm just going to be called the woman in the fucking news report later. I'll be the woman, you be Precious. We beat the shit out of that bitch with a lock.
I wonder if they've ever found the woman. What, like, did she just get away and they didn't know her name?
Hang on, let me peruse through the stories. Felonious assault is highlighted. The girl's 14 that they were saying. What's wrong with this girl? Why can't she beat up her own bully? You came from a tough ilk, obviously.
Yeah, that's one of the things about public school now. Like, if you so much as push somebody, you can get arrested, dude. They don't fucking, like, it used to be, oh, well, you're going to the principal. No, they call the police. They don't fuck around anymore.
Dawn Brunner, aged 28, of Covington, Kentucky. That's the woman that went with the bitch. We gonna tag team that little hoe. Speaking of ghetto, I've got a special treat for. See, ghetto is not just a way of life; it's a language, and sometimes if you have a certain
it's called ebonics.
If you have a certain age group or type of people that you're trying to reach with your message, sometimes you gotta speak their language. You know, you gotta when you're getting down with the kids.
Almost parody-like, actually.
And you want the kids to know about the Jesus, but the kids only like the rap music? Yeah. Then you got to rap about Jesus. You got to, hold up. You got to.
Oh, God.
I don't even know this guy's name. Fuck it, just hit play. No backstory or nothing. This stands on its own, motherfuckers. Here we go. Do it. Oh, this is the test screen because they made it look all professional. Come on. Come on. Rap for Jesus already, cunt.
This is going to be horrible, isn't it?
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you got to do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban.
He looks like Orville Redenbacher.
My beats are sick. My groove is big, and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is my nigga.
That's where I stopped listening. Okay, this I haven't heard yet. Right at Jesus Christ is my nigga, I was like, this is going in the
He's
fucking...
a life changer.
This is going in the podcast.
Ranger, born to the virgin mom in a manger. Water to wine.
These rhymes are so lazy.
For your sins. I preach the word, that's my gig, and I rhyme better than Notorious Big.
No, you don't. Oh, that is a lofty claim, sir.
Sin, you burn in hell.
Cursing? You cussed at me.
You called Jesus a nigger.
Pass the mic to my lovely wife. She's a fly.
Here comes his wife.
The light of my life. So to bust a rhyme without further
she's the light of his
take
life.
it away, Mary Sue.
Take it away.
Jesus Christ is my nigga. He's the son of the original G. And he was sent to Earth to elucidate the way that we should be.
What?
Should I bleep nigga?
If another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your
Lame
rhymes
butt.
are weak.
You're a lame butt rapper and
I
your
don't
rhymes are weak.
critique, I forgive him. And turn the other cheek.
Ass
I don't
cheek.
blaspheme and I don't brag, I don't cuss.
Back up the
And
other
my
cheek.
pants don't sag.
Back that cheek up.
I do exude a little Christian swag, and I'm proud to be an American.
Jesus Christ is a nigga.
Oh my God, kill
Let
his
his light shine through ya.
He's a nigga.
Be doing a service
Pop a
there.
cap in your butt and
say
say
hallelujah.
Ah,
Jesus Christ is a nigga.
This is our theme song now.
no.
Every show.
No.
Caring, peace-loving nigga like me.
Face.
I'm a peace-loving
If
nigga.
you do drugs and you think you're cool, you need to come to Sunday school.
What?
Put those drugs in a garbage can. Stand up tall, you're a Christian man.
Never mind the Viagra you gotta take to fuck your bag of a wife. That doesn't count as drugs.
I can't believe they will consider nigger a fucking... That's not cussing? What are you... they're old school, man.
Oh, there's the bleep for nigga. That just came way late because they're old. Ow! Jesus Christ.
Jesus hurt my ears.
They alternate from Jesus Christ is my nigga to Jesus Christ is a nigga. I don't think a white person should say anyone is a nigga. I think my has to be in front of nigga if you're white and using that word. You can't.
I've
That's
actually...
that person's a real nigga. I'm down with the streets.
I've kind of made it a personal goal to say nigga or nigger in front of as many people as I can just to see the different reactions. I want to see if someone will actually hit me for just saying it, just out of the blue. Because most of the people I've ever said that around, black, white, Latino, whatever the fuck they are, they never care. Even like random people out in, like I was talking to someone and I was talking about a story I had with my friend. I was in like Carl's Jr. or something, and there was a bunch of black guys like sitting around in different tables, and like, my friend got drunk as fuck and he was laying on the floor and for some reason he was like, fuck them niggers! And I said that really loud and everyone looked at me. Like, they didn't say anything. They didn't fucking hit me. Like, they just stared at me.
Oh,
I want to see the reactions I can get.
It's all right, Leroy. He paraphrasing someone else.
Yeah, like they never fuck with me, and I'm the white kid with long hair. It's fucking shocking when I say nigger in front of a black guy. It's amazing.
Chantel and Shantae, put them bats down. It was organic to the story he was telling. He needed it as a device.
If I was like a fucking, I had my head shaved and my pants were fucking sagging and shit, I can understand them being like, oh well, yeah, it's okay. But I'm the white guy that's wearing a fucking I can't even remember the name of what I'm talking. God, I wear flannel shirts all the time. I've got long fucking hair and I look like a goddamn hippie. It's kind of amazing that they look at me saying nigger and they're just like, oh, whatever.
Well, most of them, like, especially if you're friends with them, which I know you weren't with these people, but if you're friends with them, like, they do not give a shit as long as they know it's not coming. Like, but that rule doesn't always apply, because we used to have this fucking idiot living here. His name was Will.
Talk like this. Oh, I got the coolest stories, bro.
Fucking, he always tries to impress you every time you fucking talk to him. He's the coolest guy. He's got the fucking coolest shit or whatever. But one of his things he was bragging about when he was talking to me and my brother Nick one day was yeah,
I got a black friend. I can call him a nigger anytime I want.
So fucking just to prove this to us, he picks up the phone and calls the guy. And it's a loud handset. You know, it's not a cell phone. There's no speakerphone or nothing. But the handset is loud enough where you can hear him on the other end. So phone's ringing. He picks up. First thing out of Will's mouth.
What's up, nigger?
And this guy, you could tell he wasn't ready for it. You could tell he didn't like it. He was like, what's up? Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had that moment where, like, what is this motherfucker trying to do? Because this guy was a fucking idiot. I doubt he was good enough friends with anybody to be on the level with him like that. But sometimes it does fly. I don't know if you're a fucking old white bag and his wife rapping about Jesus. I don't know if that's one of them times, but I guess, who knows? This is new social rules that we're fucking venturing out into.
Hey, they're directing it to me. I'm their demographic, man. It's okay if they say nigga.
Well,
Jesus
they did.
Was their nigga.
Jesus was black, according to a lot of people. I mean, I don't know.
You just gotta understand the message, the underlying message under the lyrics and shit.
It means friend. It means Jesus Christ is a friend. He's a nigga. Jesus Christ is my nigga.
Now, yeah, but if you just put the ER on the end, then it's a completely different meaning to it.
Jesus Christ is a nigger. Ooh. Yeah. I had to test drive that one, and you are correct, sir. Anyway, fucking, I think we went over the hour today.
Yeah, we're about an hour and a half.
It went about an hour and a half. Happens once in a while. But, yeah, you already know what you're listening to, so we don't need to re-describe it. But as you could tell, things are winding down. Once again, we have stories left over that we will save for next time because we spent the whole fucking thing rambling, which you love. So fuck you. Direct your complaints to the nearest trash can, nigga. Anyway.
This has been prune farming in the Ukraine. We'll see you next week, folks.
Yeah!